Hi everyone, my name is Amy Vaughn. I'm the owner of Better College Prep. Today I'm going to be answering some of the biggest questions that I get from both parents and students about the SAT and the ACT. Probably the biggest question that I get overall is, which test should I take? Well, every student is different, and there are some key differences between the ACT and the SAT that set them apart. However, overall, they're pretty similar. The biggest difference that I would say is that the ACT has the science section, whereas the SAT does not have a science section at all. The SAT has 4 sections. It covers English, which they call writing and language, a reading section, and then they have 2 math sections. One is a no calculator math section. The other is a calculator math section where you're allowed to use your calculator. They also have a few questions at the end of both math sections that they call grid-in questions, meaning you have to make your own answer and fill it in, as opposed to being multiple choice. For the ACT, it also has 4 sections. It covers English, reading, it has 1 math section, and then the science section. On the ACT, you can use your calculator the entire time for the math section, and also the entire test is multiple choice. So there are none of the grid-in questions that the SAT has. The SAT is a little bit harder when it comes to the math section. They tend to be a little bit wordier in their questions than the ACT is, and it also goes up just a tad bit higher in the level of math that it covers than the ACT. The ACT covers everything from pre-algebra up to geometry with a little bit of trig, and the SAT also covers pre-algebra to trig, but throws in a little bit of pre-cal here and there as well. So students that are stronger in math tend to do a little bit better on the SAT, whereas students who are stronger on the English and reading side of the test tend to do a little better on the ACT. However, like I said at the beginning, every single student is different, so I always encourage everyone to sit down at least once and take both an SAT and an ACT to see how you feel about it. Usually you'll know once you sit down and take the test which one you like better, feel better about, have more time on, all that stuff. So sit down and take both tests and evaluate the differences and see what is better for you to take. The second question is, when should I start prepping for and taking the test? My recommendation would be that you take the test at least once your sophomore year with little to no preparation, just to get a good baseline score to see where you fall, and then you can use those results to pinpoint your strengths and weaknesses and know what you need to improve on for future tests. The summer after sophomore year or the beginning of junior year is usually a good time to start the intensive prep process. And intensive meaning spending a lot of time on it, going to private tutoring, using online resources, actually dedicating effort to studying for these tests. By then, you should be able to get your highest score the summer after your junior year or the very beginning of your senior year, which is just the right time for the college application process. So if you follow this timeline, that should allow you to take the test enough times to keep improving your score and get to the point where you want to be. The third question is, how much do these tests cost and how do I sign up for them? As of spring 2019, the ACT without the essay portion costs $50.50, and the ACT with the essay portion costs $67. You can sign up for the test at act.org, and I'll provide a direct link for the registration in the description below. For the SAT, as of spring 2019, the test without the essay portion is $47.50, and the test with the essay portion is $64.50. You can sign up for the SAT at collegeboard.org, and again, I'll provide a direct link for their registration in the description below. For both the ACT and the SAT, fee waivers are available to people who are eligible. So ask your school counselor about that and they will be able to help you get the fee waiver if you are eligible. The fourth question is, what should I be doing to prepare for the test? There are a ton of resources out there that are available to you. You just have to go through and figure out which ones work best for you. I would recommend starting with the free online resources that both the SAT and the ACT provide on their websites, and then from there you can check out some of the other free resources and apps that are available. The main thing to remember is, as cliche as it sounds, practice really does make perfect. So the more practice that you can do on your own at home, the more experience you're going to gain and the better you're going to do. However, practicing by yourself can only get you so far, so that is where private tutoring comes in, which has been shown to be the most effective method of raising your score on either test. If you're looking for affordable private tutoring options, you can check out our website at www.bettercollegeprep.com to look at our availability, our pricing, our packages, and our scheduling options. The fifth question is, what is super scoring and how does it work? Super scoring is something that only certain colleges and universities choose to do in their admissions process, and they are pretty straightforward about it on their admissions pages. So if you want to go to the websites of the schools that you are looking at and look at their admissions information, they'll usually say, we do super score or we do not super score. What that means is if they are super scoring, they're going to take the highest section scores from all of the different tests that you took and put those highest section scores together to get a new composite score, as opposed to just taking the one test altogether that you scored the highest on. But again, only certain universities will do that, so don't count on that. Make sure that you look at your specific schools that you're applying to make sure that they either do or do not super score. The sixth question is, how many times should I take the test overall? And the answer is going to be different for every single person. In short, you should take the test as many times as you're willing to take it. You just don't want to go into a test that you're not fully motivated to be there for, because your attitude about the test will affect your performance on it. The ACT allows you to take the test up to 12 times, and the SAT doesn't even put a limit on how many times you can take their test. So you can take the SAT as many times as you want. I would recommend taking it at least 3 times and up to, again, as many times as you're willing to take it. The final question is, what is considered a good score? And of course, there's no solid one answer for this. The national average for the ACT is a score of 21, and the national average for the SAT is a score of 1,068. So that should give you at least an idea of where your specific score falls in relation to other people nationally. However, each college and university is going to require a different set of scores for their acceptance. So you'll want to look at the specific schools that you're applying to see where your goal range should fall. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. If you think of any other questions that I should answer, please feel free to let me know.